Everyone loves a parade, especially sociologists, who like to study people and their behavior in groups. But what else is of interest to sociologists? And what drew them to sociology in the first place?
I chose sociology because it allowed me to look at issues of sexism, racism, poverty, social stratification.
It helped me to understand why society in general treated me differently, and I realized I wasn't a freak of nature.
I chose sociology because I'm fascinated with the social world and with social change.
I think it was a love of cities that got me involved in sociology.
I chose sociology because I was interested in human behavior in the context of a larger society.
Sociology allows me to look at all aspects of how we create meaning for ourselves.
Sociology was a field that helped explain to me the fact that people have different access to resources and power.
And I saw a great deal of social injustice in society, and I wanted a rational basis for trying to improve society.
Sociologists are concerned with how social conditions influence our lives. The situations that interest them are as diverse as the sociologists themselves.
My areas of interest tend to be around race and sexuality and inequality.
Culture, family, race and ethnicity, stratification.
Healthcare access for older people.
Population growth, change, urban planning.
Social inequality, race relations, qualitative methodology.
The sociology of the family and social psychology.
The sociology of religion is one of my primary interests.
Criminology and the sociology of gender.
My interest is teenage life and culture.
I'm mostly interested in how video games might affect socialization.
I study technology and society.
I've become interested in the last decade in the world of consumption.
I've been focusing on fathers' involvement with their children.
Sociologists explore many important issues in our society, but they all work within the same discipline. Why is sociology considered to be a discipline?
What makes sociology a discipline is it systematically studies social behavior as opposed to simply experiencing social behavior.
It looks at the relationships between people's personal lives and their experience in society. It's also research-based. It's not something that we just guess.
But don't we all observe social behavior every day? What's the difference between sociology and common sense?
The best way to distinguish between sociology and common sense, I think, is to recognize that they're different types of knowledge and they come from different sources. So common sense is really made up of taken for granted assumptions. And so we just assume it to be true. We never try to test it.
Sociology goes a step further and actually studies that social world around you.
Based on the scientific method, on research, not just personal opinion or assumptions that you make.
It's based on empirical evidence. So the information that makes up sociology is directly verifiable and testable.
Many other disciplines study human behavior. What makes sociology unique?
Sociology studies human social interaction, how and why society exists. Why do we have order? And for the most part, follow rules. So it differs in the parts of society that it studies.
Using the scientific method, sociologists study social behavior on 3 different levels of complexity: micro, middle, and macro. The micro level concerns patterns of interaction among a few people, such as a family. The middle level focuses on social interaction in communities or in organizations, including business and voluntary associations. The macro level looks at whole societies and the ways in which they're changing.
Rachel?
A subject like childcare can be examined at all 3 levels.
On the micro level, you'd look at how does a child going to childcare affect interactions within the family, within the parent and the child, within the siblings, with other children, with the caregiver. If you're looking at the middle level, then you would look at how does having a child care in this particular neighborhood or this particular community affect the community and the individuals within that community. When we're looking at child care from the macro level, we would look at how we as a nation view child care and the needs of the families and how we put money into those programs and compare them with other countries.
Overall, what does the discipline of sociology contribute to our understanding of society?
Sociology gives us insight to how a society actually functions. Sociology tells us, for example, how poverty impacts individual families, how the availability of jobs in a particular city impact the lifestyles of individuals who actually live there, and what kind of options and choices they have available to them.
Sociology contributes to our understanding of society by helping us understand the relationship of various events in our lives and how those events impact our daily living. I think also sociology is very interested in looking at current trends and how those current trends also impact on our lives in general.
Sociologists help us to understand the connections between diverse social groups within a single society, and then the connections between different types of societies throughout the world.
Given the diversity of people in sociology today, virtually no aspect of human interaction goes unobserved or undocumented. The benefit is that it allows us to understand how the social environment influences our choices. That knowledge suggests ways that we can bring about change in our own lives and in society itself.